Hey, Cat Math students, this is going to be notes on balancing a checkbook. So you'll have to get this handout from me. This is a separate, this is not in our packet. This is a separate handout. So it should look like this, balancing a checkbook. Okay, so make sure you have that. If you don't have that, you're going to have to ask for that. So this is going to be very similar to what we did in the packet, but it's a little more real life situation, and what the process would be moving forward. So up here would be example of the bank statement. Now the actual bank statement would be bigger, would have more information, would have your name, address, your account number, and all that stuff. But the main information on the bank statement would be the deposits and the payments. Okay, and they may not separate, depending on the bank, they may not separate them like this. They may list them all in order, and you'd have to go through and check them off. They may put them by date. A couple of so that would be the account statement. Down here would be your checkbook register. So this would actually not all be on one page in real life. There'd be one page that would be the bank statement, one page that would be your checkbook register. On the back of your bank statement would be something like this, and we'll use this in a second. This is to help you balance your checkbook. Okay, and I'll show you how to use that in a second. Okay, so what you would do first is just compare your bank statement and your checkbook register and see what are on both and what's missing. Okay, so a January 11th deposit, we would look here, January 11th deposit for $155.63. It's on here. You don't necessarily have to check on your bank statement, but I check on both to make sure. Then it says January 16th deposit for $116.16. It's here. It's here. January 20th deposit, $46.23. $46.23. It's here. It's here. Now that's all the deposits on my bank statement, but I have one more deposit on my check register. So you don't have to do this, but what I always did was I put a circle, meaning, okay, that's missing from the bank statement. So it just kind of caught my attention. Okay, now we go through the checks. Check 120. Check 120. It's there. Let's checked it off both. 121. And you can look at the amounts too, make sure they match up. 121 is here, 136.99, 136.99. So it's there. Check 122, 68.64. It's on the check register and on the bank statement. Okay, check 123 for 142.31 is on the check register and on the bank statement. Now that is everything on the bank statement. So we still have some missing checks here that people didn't deposit yet, something like that. So you don't have to do this, but I put circles here just to stand out to me that they're there. And on future, what I do, and on future, when I get future bank statements, I can go back and check these off when they show up. Okay, so these are the ones I know that are missing. The other thing you would do that wouldn't be on this example is these examples aren't showing, like, anytime you would use a debit card, we've talked about that, or actually take cash from an ATM from your checking account, and you don't remember to record those. If they show up here and you haven't recorded them yet, then you would go in and add those down here. Okay, or if there was like an example from the book, if there was a service charge up here that wasn't in here, you would go in, and any of those I just talked about would be subtraction. So an ATM, a debit card, a service charge. Okay, if they show up on your bank statement and you haven't remembered to put them on here, you do that. Okay, and you take into account. All right, Next step is going to take a little bit of scrolling back and forth, but on the back here, we're going to fill out this side, and these two things are going to help us. It says enter the ending balance on your bank statement. So we go up here. This is the ending balance. It'll either tell us, or you find the latest date on there where it says balance, like the examples in the book. So we got $792.88. Okay, so that's what you ending balance on your bank statement. Next, we need to enter the total checks outstanding. They give us a little worksheet here. So what we need to do is go through, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all checks. There's another outstanding, that's a deposit. So we're just going to look at the checks. Okay. So I'm going to write in these 4. Okay. And their check numbers 116 through 119. Okay. So check numbers 116, 117, 118, and 119. Okay. The amounts 149.92. Then we get 141.75. Then we get 131.17. And 74.04. Okay, then we're going to add all those up. I've already done this, so but you would take your calculator, add those up. It's 496.88. Okay, and it says enter that over here. So that's the amount of checks that you've written that haven't showed up in the bank statement yet. Then it tells you exactly minus, or it says subtract 4 minus 5, meaning this 4 minus this 5. You subtract, you get $296. Okay. Then it says enter total deposits. So deposits outstanding. So deposits outstanding, if we look, there was just the one for 193.22. 193.22, and that was on the 24th, January 24th. I guess you really don't have to write this down here, but if there was more than one, you'd add them up, write the total down here. So we're going to enter that in here. And now since deposits add your account, it says adds number 6 and 7. So this was our new total after we subtracted the checks. Now we're going to add these two. And now that should be what is on our check ending number on our check register. If it's not, then what I would check for in real life here is, like I talked about before, did you make a debit card purchase or an ATM that was up here, but you didn't check down here? Also look for how much difference it is to see if you're just missing something, or if you added wrong. But there's some different ways that we can talk about on how to find the error. But for now, that should balance out. This number should equal this number. All right, I will be passing out an assignment that's just like this. If you have any questions, let me know.